All right, the mentality around competition. You have to act like it doesn't exist. All right. Damon John from Shark Tank. Damon John from Shark Tank said, if I knew what I was getting into, I would never start. That's what he said. I think today what we're going to do, because Damon John didn't have Shark Tank. He made a lot of mistakes that we are not going to make because of things I've learned, mistakes I've made, but I really didn't make too many mistakes because of all the information that I learned, right? Sooner or later, you have to stop making mistakes. This whole online school is so we don't make mistakes. I don't lose money in business. I don't lose money, right? I don't make a bad product that doesn't sell because I learned what works, what doesn't work, right? So, competition wise, we don't care about competition because we are going to have businesses, talk about businesses, create products, create services, whatever you decide to do, where major companies will only want to one day acquire you. And we will talk about specifically why, right? At a super high level, picking any business that already works and making it 10% different and better is your road to millions. People always want something new. I'll definitely talk about that. We are not reinventing the wheel here, right? We'll talk about that in the next video or the one after that. I don't remember. But here's a great example. Dave's Killer Bread, right? If I said, let's start a business with the highest competition on earth, one of them would be let's make bread. That would be one of them. Let's make bread. So Dave Dahl, right? If you've seen, he wasn't on Shark Tank, but I made a YouTube video about him. He's a guy that went to prison. His dad had a bakery. Dave got out of prison, started making bread. He started selling as well, like I said in the previous lesson, he started selling in farmers markets, which we are not going to do. There's no point. We don't need to do that. So he started selling in farmers markets, and then he got into like 2 local grocery stores, making bread. He just made it better. You can look him up. He's been on talk shows. He's basically known as a criminal. He hit like a cop car while he was like smoking crack or something. I don't even know what. But he did like 15 years in jail, in and out, criminal, drugs, and so on. So he's known as the criminal entrepreneur. But this guy just said, we have bread. We just needed, because now it exists, we needed better bread. So he made better bread. I buy it all the time with my wife. It's better, it tastes good, it's healthier, more vitamins, protein, all that crap, right? So Dave now said, let me call other bakeries and let me try to get into more stores. And let me call bakeries that are close to those stores that can deliver the bread. And that's all he did. Hey, if I give you a recipe, can you make me a loaf of bread for like $1 and then deliver it and I'll pay you a delivery fee? That's like sales for that bakery. That's like them being in stores, and after everything, that would be their profit margin. So that's what he did. That was his business model, right? Now, they're in a factory and so on, but the point of the story is Dave sold out of prison in the most competitive market on earth. Sold Dave's Killer Bread for $250 million. Look him up, right? So the competition really means nothing until you get to like a certain level. And even at that level, they will acquire you. This might sound crazy to you. Trust me, it's not. Yes, companies like Jif, Skippy, Hormel Foods, yada yada, they have these peanut butter. Yeah, of course they can put protein in their peanut butter and have a protein peanut butter like me. I know peanuts already have protein, don't worry. But I know they can do it. But still, you have your buyers, your clients that don't want to buy Skippy. They want to buy John's peanut butter because they like it better. You have a better sticker. You had a better ad. It makes them feel better. It doesn't matter. They buy you like this, right? So competition we are going to ignore, and I dedicated a whole video to that because people are always looking for something new and a little bit better. The second reason is why you should not freak out about competition is because number one, most people are going to quit. Number one, most people are going to quit. It's a marathon, but it's an easy marathon. Marathon as a whole is hard, right? Running a marathon is hard, but you're doing something easy, right? Like you're just jogging like this. Give me water, right? You're just jogging. It's easy. It's not like a hard thing. You're not doing like backflips and shit. You're running a marathon, right? So that part is easy, but doing the whole thing is hard. Most people quit. If you like Google some product, oh, somebody already has a sweatshirt like this with a shark on it, I'm not going to do it. They're going to quit. Most people quit. This is actually a quitting game. Throughout these videos, I'm going to say a few things, but I will tell you like a couple of things that are just going to hammer home. Like this is, at the end of the day, a quitting game. This information, you do it, it's over. You give yourself the time and you do it step by step, you're going to make it. Because I did it. I did it. I did it. So I'm telling you now exactly what I did, right? So it's a quitting game. Number two is people just don't know. They just don't know what to do. They have a website. They have some products. They made some sweatshirts. Oh, I have a cookie. I have this. I have that. I'm a personal trainer. If I was a personal trainer, anything, you can blow up anything. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. There's a million personal trainers, and it absolutely sucks being a personal trainer. But it's super cool to be the best personal trainer. It's super cool to be the best personal trainer, right? To be the best in your space, that's cool. And most of these people don't know what they're doing because they don't take the time to study and to learn like I did for years and years and years and years and years and thousands and thousands and thousands of hours. So your competition at the end of the day, I will tell you, is going to be this. All right? This is what it's going to be. When Warner Brothers is making a new movie, it comes down to out of planet Earth, it comes down to like 5 people. We need a lead actor. 5 people. How long have those 5 people acted? Very long time. Or they're really good and they acted a short amount of time. Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Denzel Washington. If I want somebody big, it's going to be, I don't even know, Aquaman dude, The Rock. It comes down to a couple people. Like, when you are doing the right thing, when you know what you're doing, it just becomes a volume game of marketing. And it can be free marketing. We'll, of course, talk about that. You just end up competing against a couple people. Just so you guys understand very well. Very well. I can't imagine how many people have a peanut butter. A lot. How many people are in 1,000 stores? That narrows down to a few companies, big ones, and then maybe like 3 people. Like actual small businesses in thousands of stores. You end up competing with a couple people. Because those other people, nobody knows they exist and they don't know what they're doing. So the whole thing is here is that we're going to beat them with knowledge by learning what to do so people see us and they don't see them, and how exactly to push our product, whatever the hell we decide to make. All right. So don't worry about competition. Don't worry about the big guys. Don't worry about anything, because everybody started, like I said. Big companies have existed for a couple hundred years. Nothing new. And look at the big, super successful, right? The Walmarts, the Costco's, all that stuff. It started with one little store. And that little store today for us is going to be an actual store where we have our product be sold, or our own website. So times are different. Things are different. So we can go much faster than these guys when they were like 100, right? We're going to do it much faster. All right, let's go.